we're somewhat live. Whoa. Dude, I got such a bright head now because, like, I got a shaved head. So, like, it's so bright. Now it's like the light's beaming off my dome.
Yeah, it looks a lot better shaved.
Do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
it looks
man.
a lot better with you shaved and with your goatee the way it is.
I'm thinking about bringing back the chin strap.
You're not. You're just. I think you took my advice. No.
You what? Really? You think so?
Did you?
For what?
To X the chin strap.
I fucked it up.
But you could always grow it back, and you haven't yet.
I haven't
I
yet.
think
No.
that you may have taken my advice. If not, that's okay. But if you have,
I might have taken your advice, and a lot of people have been told me that, like,
looks a lot better.
Especially with the shaved head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's like, dude, the shaved head is like your look.
Even without the shaved head,
yeah,
just the fact you had the goatee itself made your face look slimmer, which is the reason why I was opting for just the goatee itself and no chin strap, because contrary to what many people might think, the chin strap adds width to the face. And if you already have a wide face, you want to narrow the face and make it look slimmer. So that's where that goatee comes into play. It elongates the chin. It makes your head look like it's taller, and the illusion of your face looks leaner. Whoa. So that's why I'm an image consultant, because I understand these things.
The little details
that no one pays attention to. Those things are the reasons why you should listen to me when it comes to your image. And I think you did with the goatee.
I think the goatee looks good. I will.
It does that. Levels above what you have. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Podcast time.
Welcome to Beauty and Brawn.
What up, man? Post Christmas. What a Christmas special. We're not in our get-ups anymore.
I'm glad too, because that shit was hot.
So hot. But it would actually be perfect right now because, like, the weather's really crap outside.
Yeah.
So, like, it would be perfect because it would keep us warm.
I mean, I'm pretty warm.
Are you?
Yeah, I got a lot of fat insulating me.
Oh, did you eat a lot?
I mean, I ate a lot, but, yeah, I ate a lot. But, you know, Christmas was really good. It was really fattening.
Yeah.
Because I just allowed myself to eat. But I still have even with that, I still have a governor. Like, I can't go above and beyond. I can't. Like, my body says, all right, dude, this is enough. You're doing too much. And then I don't eat the next day the same amount of food. And it just kind of levels itself out because I've been the same weight for so many years, dude, that my body's just good at reacclimating to what it's comfortable at. You know, its body fat set point. What about you?
It was good. I pretty much stuck to the meal plan first part of Christmas, and then the second part where I had my cheat meal, went to Golden Corral, had crumble cookie. Golden Corral messed me up, bro.
As it should have.
It jacked me up.
Because it's shit food.
But it didn't sit well at all.
As it should have.
It literally sat at. You know what I felt like? I felt like I was doing the eating competition again. It sat right here at the top of my stomach, and it would not go away. All night, I felt so much pain, right? And then about midnight, 1 o'clock, my stomach was like, brother, we got to get this out of you. You know what I mean? And it was just like, I'm not going to go into details or anything like that, but it was pretty much almost all day until about noon. And I went and did legs, and I felt really strong doing legs, which was great, but it still was sitting right here at the top of my stomach. Each rep, I'm like squatting and I'm going, oh, that might be the last squat I do. Oh, this might be, you know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, I don't know. But like, I got through it. And I was pretty much like almost, I don't want to say I was sick, but I was just very uncomfortable until probably about noon.
Yeah.
And then, but no regrets. Yeah. Because it was good. It was actually pretty good food. It wasn't bad. It was crazy because we got there at like I think we got there at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. And we literally just missed the rush. We sat down. I went up to go get a plate of food, and there was a line out the door. It was crazy. Absolutely nuts. But, yeah, that happened, and then I almost kicked the stall door down at Golden Corral.
Why?
I call it bathroom etiquette, I guess would be the best way to put it, is if you're in a public stall, don't sit there on your phone. Get in there, get your business done, and get out of there. Because male stalls, there's usually one or two, right? Usually females have like 4 in their bathroom, right? This Golden Corral had 2. And these people were sitting on their phones while I had to go. And I'm sitting there doing like the, like making like the loud noise, like beating on the wall, like, kind of letting them, hey, get the hint that there's somebody waiting. Finally, bro, like it was 20 minutes. 20 minutes. And I was like, look, one of 2 things is going to happen. I said, I'm going to kick the door open and I'm going to pull you off the stall, off the toilet.
You said this to
I
people.
did. I legitimately did because I had to go.
Verbatim. This
Verbatim.
is what you said.
Verbatim. I had to go. Like it was panic mode, right? You know, and literally I hear it, and this kid walks out. One of the kids walks out on his phone with his head down. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
That's what you get when you go to places like that.
You
man.
know, like
what you get.
It hit me, bro, like mid-meal. And then I got home, watched Maverick, Top Gun. Great movie. And ate some crumble cookie. Didn't have as many as I was expecting because I just wasn't feeling good. But it was just one of those, like, it's my last real big cheat meal before I get into my cut. So let's kind of enjoy it. So I had some crumble cookie. Pie wasn't the best move, to be honest. Pie wasn't the best move because it just made me feel worse. And then midnight hit, and it was just like, time to drain. So, yeah, it was crazy.
So were you satisfied with the cheat meal overall?
Yes. But it was one of those, like, I guess my stomach's getting to the point now where it's like, I can kind of go without a cheat meal. You know what I'm saying? Like, because every time I eat a cheat meal, like, I feel horrible afterwards. I feel so bad.
Probably because you overdo it.
It might be because I overdo it. You know,
when you start getting leaner and leaner, those cheat meals, you're going to be looking forward to them until when your coach cuts them entirely. Then you're going to be like, you know, this is bullshit. Because
this is bullshit.
You'll start. You don't have, like, at the point where you're at now, like, you're getting leaner, but you still have a sufficient amount of body fat to sustain life.
Yeah.
Where you're like, okay, I could do without this cheat meal. Because cravings haven't really gone down, or I'm sorry, hunger hormones really haven't like elevated too high. You're still producing leptin. You're not, you know, all these things are congruent with your physiology in terms of adequate placement and a proper hormonal milieu, so to speak. But when you start to like get super lean, cravings go through the roof. You can't help yourself. Even the most disciplined of disciplined people will crack. And I mean, that never happened to me, but that's happened to, I've heard multiple people doing that.
Yeah, about a month before, yeah.
Yeah, and it's, so I'm just saying, like, right now, like, that is the case, like, where you're like, oh, I could do without a cheat meal. I remember the same thing. When you get to the point where you're like 10 weeks out, 8 weeks out, you start to really, like, look forward to the cheat meals. And then if your coach says, like, hey, man, you can only have a burger and fries, then at that point you almost ration, like, why the fuck am I doing it? I'll just stay on my cheat meal. But then you don't, because you know that that's a psychological break. And the psychological break is just as important as, like, a, let's say, a rest day from the gym, from training. You know, like, you detach mentally from your foods, your diet foods.
Yeah.
And that helps you to keep running the race, you know?
It's crazy because my coach is like, hey, man, if you want to go, you could have 2 cheat meals this week if you want to. He goes, if you want to, I was like, man, that would be great because he let me have In-N-Out on Friday. And I felt so bad going in In-N-Out because, and this is going to sound so horrible, and I'm sorry, but it does. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm not sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, why are you saying sorry?
I'm not.
Dude?
No, fuck that. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
Nice.
I'm trying to be
You're
nice.
too nice sometimes.
I'm trying to be nice. I know. I am.
You know, people on here don't give a fuck about you.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't give a fuck about you. Don't give a fuck about me. They don't give a fuck, period. Why are you caring for their feelings?
I don't know because I'm a caring human being. But you know what?
Yeah, I am too, but only about the shit that matters in life.
Motherfucker, there are so many unhealthy fucking Americans.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I walked into In-N-Out to get a 3x3 and some animal fries and a Diet Coke. And I'm watching these people order. And I felt so bad by judging them just because I used to be, I was never this big, but I was, a lot heavier than what I am now. And I felt so bad judging these people. But at the same time, though, I'm like, they're wondering why their body hurts. They're wondering why they don't, they're looking at me like I'm this fucking specimen. Like, what am I doing in there? And I'm like, well, you guys shouldn't even fucking be in here. You guys should go eat some fucking healthy food instead of shoving your face with fucking burgers and fries and all this shit. I'm doing this to, help kind of, I guess.
Nah, you're doing it for a fucking,
I'm doing it for a fucking
break.
I'm doing it for a break.
Meal.
Yeah, doing it for a break. But like, these people just fucking do it. And I know that mentality because I used to be there. And like, I felt so bad judging them, but at the same time, though, I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah. Do you know that people have the right and the ability to choose whether or not they want to do something that betters them or worsens them?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why I don't feel sorry for them, especially when good food doesn't cost anything. If you really want to eat good and you're on a budget, fine, man. Go get white rice and egg whites and go get a little and peanut butter for your fats. There you go. There's a balanced, maybe not balanced 100%. You don't have veggies or fruits
Chicken's not that
in there.
expensive.
Chicken too, man.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like if you want to really help your body and eat better, you can. It doesn't cost that much money. We're not saying go out and eat organic, nothing like that.
No.
But the fact of the matter is, everybody has the ability to choose, and everybody has the ability to make the right choice when it comes to food and if they exercise that day or not. That's why when I see well-able human beings in the gym and they don't train, and I always go back to this, but it's like, this is the thing that really fucking aggravates me with men. When I see men that are well-abled, well-bodied individuals, and they don't push themselves, what other things do you not push yourself in life with?
True.
Because the fact of the matter is, what you do here is a direct, portal into what you do in everything in your life, whether it comes to your work, because it's all work ethic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what you're doing in here, work ethic wise, if it's not 100% and I can't see you getting down and dirty in the fucking mud, then I take that as, that's how you do everything in life. And if you do everything like that in life, you're never going to be anywhere. You're not going to be able to provide for a woman, for a family, to the way that you want. You're not going to be able to leave a legacy. People are going to look up to you because you don't have a strong work ethic, a strong mentality behind you.
Yeah.
And that's what a man embodies or should embody, among many other things. But that's a main one. That's what gets me really aggravated about guys in the gym, especially when they're, again, well-able, well-bodied. They're like 20-something, maybe right about 30. And you're like... And I look at them and I think, you're a pussy. You're a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
When you're chewing your gum and you're doing your little fucking rope hammer curls and you don't even go to failure on those. You don't go to failure on a fucking rope extension movement. You're a fucking pussy.
Pussy.
No, I mean that shit, man. Like, you think I'm talking shit? I mean that. I would say that. And I would stand on the fucking bench in my gym and call every man out there a fucking pussy because they don't work hard. And if they don't work hard there, they don't work hard in anything in life. And then what's your meaning? What's your passion? What's your pursuit? Nothing. You're fucking empty, dude. You're empty. And I see it with the way you fucking perform in the gym here. It's analogous to everything you do in life. You're a bitch. And that's what everything is going to be predicated on in the future. You. That's what I'm giving. I'm handing this torch off to you. You can't even push yourself with a squat? Pussy, man. Seriously, man.
Man, we're like 5 minutes in.
I mean, well, you get me? Like, you get me? Right when I come to the gym. After I come to the gym, I come here.
Yeah.
And that's why it's fresh.
Yeah.
And and maybe the time you go, you don't see this. The time I go, I see it, man.
Well, the thing is, though, when I go, man, like, when I go first thing in the morning, there's grinders in there, man. There's some grinders, but there's just some old timers too in there that kind of just come in and just kind of BS. You know, they've known each other for years. It's their kind of get away from the wife kind of thing. You know what I mean? But like, there's some grinders in there. First thing in the morning, there are some grinders. There's some guys in there that, you know, probably got hurt, you know, somewhere down the road, and that are, you know, bearing those feelings and those weights and shit like that. You know, so yeah, no. I don't like going to the gym later in the day because you get those kind of people. You get those. Like when I went and I crossed you the other day, like a week ago or something like that, I crossed you and I was telling you about we told them all last week about it. It was just like, what the hell? What the hell? You know? So yeah, no, I get it, man. I get it. And I've turned my mind that way too with like everything in life, honestly. You know, is like I grind in the gym, and when I get out of the gym, I feel exhausted, but I feel good. And when I feel good, it makes me want to go do other things and be good at those things and keep grinding towards everything that I want to grind towards. And that's, you know, that's the new 2023, man. New me, new year, new me.
Please don't say that.
It's new year, new me.
Please don't say that. Just do it. Just be it.
You were saying on your other podcast that's absolute dog shit. Fuck your podcast. About people and their New Year's resolutions. Ha. About New Year's resolutions and shit. I am pretty sure that's what you were talking about people not sticking to their shit and like not holding themselves accountable and all that shit. And that's one of the things about one thing that like I've always had the hard time doing is sticking. Like I always get in decent shape, not like the shape I'm in now, but like decent shape. And then I'll be like, something will happen mentally and I'll fucking crash. And that's me. That's me taking full responsibility.
Good for you that you take ownership over it.
I take fucking full responsibility over that shit. Absolutely. But now, like, I don't know, there's a switch in my brain or something that has switched on around the people that I fucking put myself around the endeavors that I want to do and all that stuff, where it's just the everything has to go through, and this is weird to say, not weird to say, but everything has to go through the gym. If that makes any sense. Everything starts there. The mental starts there. The grind starts there. And everything else falls into place. That and me getting closer with God, it's fucking been like the last 2 months, man, my life has just gone up. It has been great. It really has, man. And I plan on moving that into 2023. I don't plan on hitting a wall. And if I do hit a wall, I'm going to push through that wall and keep going.
Okay, so what happens after the show?
After April?
Let's say you make it all the way to competition date, and you're after your show. Let's say you place fourth out of a lineup of 10, which is a very good placing for your first show. Mm-hmm. And you have your cheat meal. You're fucking on cloud 9 because you've not only completed this task, but now you're kind of free in the sense of like you can eat and everything like that. Well, what are you gonna do? What happens after the show day?
Oh, I'm gonna keep grinding.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna keep going after, like, because I want to do Tahoe in August, right? And on top of that, with all the other endeavors that I have going on in the world of professional wrestling, like, I want to look a certain way. I want to be a certain thing. I want to be the top tier, this fucking standard. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that whole mind, that whole switch, that whole everything has came from. You know, I'm not going to just fall back off and just go back into like fat Sledge. You know, nah, man. Like, I want to wrestle in trunks, and I want to continue wrestling in trunks. And to wrestle in trunks, you got to look good with your shirt off. Mm-hmm. And one thing I love doing, and this is one of the things, man, is like I was walking on the beach on Christmas. And I don't mean to segue off your question, but I still have this weird complex, I guess it would be, of taking my shirt off in public. Right? And I don't know what it is, but it was beautiful on Christmas. It was like 75, 80 degrees out. Took the dog out to Pismo and we're walking and I'm like, I should totally take my shirt off right now. But there was something in my brain that said, no, don't do it. And I don't know why it did that. Because I'm like, my body could use some color, could use a little bit of a tan. You know what I mean? Like, but I still feel, I don't know, I guess I still feel fat. I guess that's a really...
Yeah, you don't feel good enough yet.
Yeah.
You don't feel good enough yet.
Yeah, and like, and I have abs and shit, and I still don't feel good. There's guys on the beach that are like beer gutted and shit, and they got their shirts off, and they're fucking doing their thing. And I'm like, why don't I have that confidence like that? But I could be out in an arena, thousands of people, and have my shirt off, half naked in front of people. Don't care. But when it comes to walking down the boardwalk in Pismo, I can't have my shirt off. Mm-hmm. It's weird. It's a mental fuck. You know?
Well, could it be that because when you're wrestling in front of these people, nobody knows you personally.
Yeah.
Whereas you are walking on the boardwalk in your own hometown, you might get recognized by somebody at the gym or somebody who knows you personally.
Yeah.
And that you have to face them with your shirt off, and you're not ready to do that yet because, again, you're not up to the standard you've placed in your head yet. You're not there. Whether or not you have, you've gotten a little bit leaner and you've gotten a little bit more muscle, you're not there yet because the standard you place in yourself is far higher. The criteria to meet is far higher than the average folk that you see walk around with their pot bellies hanging out. You know, they don't care. They don't care like you care, and so that's the reason why they don't have that metric of they don't have that measurement on them, so to speak, as you place on yourself. And it can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. I understand very well what that is because I do the same thing with myself. So I understand where it's coming from. It's because you don't feel good enough yet.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you measure up yet.
Yeah.
But in the eyes of many, many people, you would even surpass what they think a good body is.
Yeah, because I'd probably be the best body on that.
I'm talking about me, not you.
Well, no, I apologize. You know, I probably would have had the best body out there, honestly. But I don't know. There was just something about it, and I was just like, man, I should probably take my shirt off and walk around with my shirt off. But I've just never felt comfortable enough to have my shirt off in any way, shape, and form. Even in my own house, I don't feel comfortable having my shirt off. You know, I don't know. It's weird. It's just this weird thing where it's just like, I don't know. I've always been called a fat kid, so I guess I always feel like I'm, fat,
Yeah. That when people speak that shit over you, you tend to really cement it in as if it's a reality. And, I'm sure it was a reality for you for many years, but
very many years,
and it's hard to get out of that. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand 100%, man.
Yeah. I
don't even think that when you get to that point, you'll probably be sufficiently confident. When you get to the point where you're going to walk on stage and you should be, at least sub 8% body fat, you won't even feel that way.
Probably not.
And I was the same way, dude. I was the same way. So
Do you feel comfortable with your shirt off?
I empathize. More so now, but when I was, it took me a while. I've had this body for so many years, man. Like I've stopped growing like, I don't know, when I was about 6 or 7 years in, I stopped growing because I took this shit seriously and I took it to the ends of the earth naturally to the point where I accrued all the muscle I was going to accrue in the first like 5 or 6 years, and that's regular. That's what happens when the typical guy is going to gain anywhere from 28 to like 34 pounds of extra contractile tissue on the body, as opposed to if he starts from a healthy body weight.
Yeah.
I'm talking about real lean tissue, not tissue with fat tissue, like muscle tissue with fat tissue, real lean contractile tissue. And I basically achieved that in the first 5 years because I was regimented and I'm addicted, man. I'm obsessed when it comes to something that I love. So it wasn't hard for me to accrue that in the first 5 years because I treated my whole lifestyle to complement that and to gather that. So I had good sleep hygiene. I don't do drugs. I don't drink and like that. So that was an easy thing to omit because I never started. And I just was staying on my foods. I stayed on my training. I trained fucking hard. I never missed training days. I never missed cardio days. I didn't fucking party and this, that, and the third. So it was easy for me to accrue that. But once you accrue that, you're done. You might be able to gain an ounce or 2 or 4 here or there every year, but you're pretty much done, man. And people don't understand that. Like, unless you are enhanced, you're done getting muscle, period. When you've been that serious for that amount of time, and I mean consistently, not like taking a month off, 2 months off, a week off here and there. No, I'm talking about like you're consistent with everything, sleep hygiene, nutrition, training, etc. You end up accruing the amount of muscle that you're going to accrue in your lifetime within the first 5 years. So when I did compete, I don't know, I was obviously in great shape, but in my head, because that controls us, I was like, not good enough, man. Every single time I went on stage, in my head, I didn't let it dictate my walk. You know what I mean by that? I didn't let it dictate my walk, but I knew I wasn't good enough yet. And I think that's the thing that drives me every single day. And the way I train, the reason why I train with so much grit is because I still don't think I'm good enough yet. Period. But that's the thing that drives me to be better every day, because I don't think I'm good enough. I don't care what anyone tells me. I don't care what accolades they give me. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what I compare next to. I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't think I'm good enough yet. I don't think I've made anything of myself yet. And that's the reason why I keep fucking going. And that's the reason why I don't listen to anybody. I don't fucking take anybody's guidance, anybody's whatever. Because everybody's path is individualized, man.
True.
And everybody does things differently. And the way that you partition things in your brain and the way you think about things is not the way that I think about things. I'm different in that regard. And the way I train is a direct illustration of the way I think about myself. Not fucking good enough yet. That's why I'm still grinding harder than these 28-year-olds. Not because I'm fucking got anything to prove to them, because I got something to prove to my fucking self. Period. And it'll always be that way.
It's probably the most realist thing I've probably ever heard you say. Honestly. Like literally, that just gave me fucking chills right now about how you don't feel like you're good enough yet. And that's a vulnerability, and which is awesome. And it just, yeah, man, I think that you opening up like that right now, dude, like, that's fucking awesome. It just gives me goosebumps. I'm sorry, it does. It gives me goosebumps.
Well, I mean, I appreciate you saying that, man. I will tell you this. You see it as vulnerability. I see it as a reality.
Right.
That's the difference, man. I see this as a painful reality that I face every day, which is the drive behind me being fucking better. I'm not the guy that needs these fucking fancy platitudes that you see on Instagram, and I don't need to listen to fucking Eric Thomas or Tony Robbins or David Goggins. I am that motherfucker. I am all those motherfuckers rolled into one. I don't need to listen to them. I don't gather fire from what they say, because I fucking live that every day, sun up to sundown, dude. Everything that I do never is good enough. That's the reason why I do it with so much fucking tenacity and grit behind it. It has nothing to do with fucking, I need to consume all these people's words and what they've been through. Fuck all that. I'm going through right now, motherfucker. I don't need what you say. I'm going to pave my own way, and I'm going to be able to illustrate this on my own accord based on things that I've been doing and the things that the demons that fucking infiltrate my mind.
Yeah, man.
Period. The demons that infiltrate my mind are the reasons why I'm going to have something to say, and the reasons why I'm going to be able to overcome whatever obstacle I'm in front of, man. Because at the end of the day, the substratum of it is, I'm not good enough yet. That's the reason why I keep fucking propelling myself in ways and keep grinding on myself, because I know that I got more in me, dude. I got way more in me. The world hasn't even seen it yet. I haven't even fucking seen it yet.
Fuck no.
But my conscience doesn't even know, but my subconscious really fucking understands it. But it's not something that's been given to me in a realistic format for me to be able to demonstrate in front of myself and in front of everybody. But trust me, man, That's what I fucking live every single day. I don't let many people understand that, or many people know that, because it doesn't matter. It's not it's not what they're dealing with. They're dealing with everything on that. Well, I just get by, mediocre. I don't live that life. I don't understand that mindset. I'm in my own fucking echo chamber, and that only thing that echoes is, you're not good enough yet, bro, because you haven't done what you know you could do yet. Period. And that's what I live every fucking day. And that's what I take out in the gym. That's why I have so much fucking irritation towards men that are doing this, that are in the same camp as me, because you could do so much more and you just do the bare minimum. And I don't have any respect for that. And as a man, you want respect from other men. Well, sorry, you don't get that from me because you don't demonstrate it. At least demonstrate with something as fun and as fucking frivolous as the gym, as training. You can't even dispense work ethic here. I know you ain't shit anywhere else in life. If you can't even do the bare minimum here, you can't exceed above what people are doing around you here. You got nothing. You got no balls. You got no fucking spine. You're a spineless man. Period. And I have no respect for that, dude. I hate weakness. And it's weakness at the end of the day. When they can't give themselves 150% because they owe it to themselves every fucking training day. And if you're not going to give that, fucking stay home. Stay home on your couch and watch fucking TV and eat Cheetos and shit. Spineless, man. No respect, dude. Period. I spit all over the microphone. Sorry, bro.
It's okay. I was just taking in what you were saying, man. Much love, dude.
Yeah, man.
Much love.
Much love, man.
Much love, man. That was deep, bro. Fuck, man. Somebody fucking hurt you, bro. Somebody hurt you. It's all good, man. It's all good.
No, the person who hurt me is I hate to say it, dude, but I can't even blame anybody. I can't even blame anybody who hurt me, bro, because at the end of the day, it's what I know I'm capable of that I haven't yet created. That's the thing that fucking irks me every day.
My question to you, though, is are you ready for the zoo to come in first of the year at the gym?
Yeah, because I don't, it's a good way you transition
out
of the serious.
Uh-huh.
And that's good. You should have, because we were done with that, man.
Yeah.
And I apologize for ranting
No,
so much.
it was good, man. Sometimes that's the beautiful thing about what we do here is that's fucking real life. That's fucking real. Someone's going to fucking listen to this and relate to that shit. Because I relate to that shit. Because I know deep down inside, I see the same thing in the mirror every single fucking day. Am I good enough? I'm not good enough. I need to be better. I need to keep going. I need to keep moving forward. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing you go through. The demons that I have in my fucking head are fucked up. Absolutely fucked up. Man. Sorry, I was like, I need to calm down. But like, it's the same thing, man. That's why I don't give the bare minimum in the fucking gym. That's why I don't give the bare minimum in fucking anything. Man, when we were fucking setting this up, when we were doing all this, I was like, no, it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. Because it's not up to my standards yet.
Yeah.
This isn't up to our standards yet. We're building it.
Right. Yeah, and that's...
Same thing with your podcast, your other podcast, same thing with my other podcast. We're building this fucking empire, but it's not good enough yet, but it will be. Sooner or later, it fucking will be.
That's if you put the time in.
If you put in the time and the effort and the grind and the grit into it.
I think people have to really understand that off rip, you're not going to be good at anything right out of the gate, and you're not going to have the kind of steam that you would like right out of the gate, but you have to put in your time. You have to you have to pay your dues because, look, this whole entire operation, whatever you do that's worth anything to you, whatever pursuit you gather that's worth something to you, it's going to take years. We're not talking about months. We're talking years. And anybody can do anything for a short period of time, 90 days, 120 days. That's nothing. You have to actually go through years of this process with nothing in return. no ROI, zero. And in fact, if anything, you're at a negative every single day. So any logical person would be like, well, why the fuck am I doing this? Well, here's my answer to that. You do it because it's a part of who you are. It's a part of your identity. It's a part of what makes you up biologically. And you can't help but continue in that sort of seemingly meaningless pursuit. Meaningless to everybody else around you, but to you, it's of the most value. So that's the reason why you do it. And then eventually, an opportunity will strike. It takes one person to hear you, one person to see the value in you. And it can change the trajectory of your life forever. And it can change, as a result, the trajectory of everybody around you's life.
Absolutely.
Your family, so your close friends, your mom, your dad. That's why you do it.
Yep.
Because what else do you have better to do? Nothing. You're 9 to 5? Okay.
But then what? You go home and Netflix and chill?
That's not a life of
That's not a life.
That's not a life of pursuit. You were put on this planet to have a life of pursuit, of meaning, to extend betterment to others. Well, for you to extend that betterment, you have to do something that makes you somebody.
Yep.
You have to find out what that is. And you have to follow it till the wheels fall off. Even when nobody is propping you up, even when nobody's telling you to keep going, you do it because you're acting on what? Discipline. Discipline is your driving mechanism here.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of shit that I do every day I don't want to do because I don't feel like doing it, but I don't care because I know that I'm working on something for my future. Even though I can't see it right now, it's not presenting itself in real time as anything of prosperity for my future. I know that what I'm doing is adding bricks to the fucking wall.
Yep.
And that's your whole thing. You should be adding bricks to your wall. Every day, everything you do that you don't want to do, but you know, you find a piece of your identity in that brick. You stack that brick every day. Before you know it, you got a wall, man. And then everybody can see your wall now, whereas before only you could see the wall because it was so tiny.
Yep.
That should be your focus. Build the fucking wall, brick by brick.
And you're going to have people trying to knock that fucking wall down.
Very
You're going to have so many people trying to knock that wall down. You got to fucking block those motherfuckers out. And you just got to keep going and building brick by fucking brick by fucking brick by fucking brick. Because all they're trying to do is bring you down to their fucking level. Because they're too much of a pussy to raise their selves up.
You know what I say to those people? Fuck those
you.
people.
Yeah, fuck those people.
Fuck those people. There are real malevolent people out there, bro. There are real malevolent people that don't care about the betterment of you. They don't care about what you're trying to build. And they're just fucking scummy.
Yep.
They're scummy. And I'll say, I don't care. There are people that I absolutely do not like and I fucking void like the plague because they are that. And I didn't used to be that way. I used to be a people pleaser. I used to be a fucking, hey man, like I like everybody. I don't fucking like everybody. 1,000. I don't like everybody. And there's a reason for that because not everybody's going to be riding your same train. And not everybody's going to be propping you up. And not everybody's going to be a betterment to you. If anything, if they're not a betterment, they're going to reduce you. Yep. They're just going to bring you down and suck you dry, man. And for those people, fuck off.
Fuck you.
I have no fucking time for those people because there are literally horrid fucking people in the world. They don't give a shit about you. And that's what the first thing that Sledge was saying in the beginning. You know, he's trying to be fucking, politically correct and all that. Fuck that. This is Beauty and Brawn. We're not politically correct. I'll tell you how I fucking feel and so will he, dude.
You just got to remember that.
The thing is that, the thing is that we want to, off rip, you want to cater to people. You want to be a good person to people because they maybe they deserve a little bit of slack. No, fuck that. They don't deserve slack. They deserve the fucking real truth spit in their fucking face. And if they can't handle it, they can't handle it. I know one thing. I know that when real truth is spoke to me, I receive it. Because I understand the place of authenticity that comes from. What I can't respect is disingenuous nature from people. You have to be able to understand and be able to discern between the two. If people are telling you things because they want to make you feel good, or they really care about you, they really fucking back you, they really have your back. Most people don't. And I'm telling you, cut your circle down.
Yeah.
Because you don't need people like that in your life.
100%.
Only thing that they do is they draw you down, man. I need people that know the fucking abilities that I have above myself and see me for the talent that I will be one day. That's the reason why I get on his ass, because I know the talent that he has in him. I know he's not just cut off for ROH. He's cut off for more than that. And I see him there. I give him a hard time about it. But I give him a hard time about it out of love. He's my friend. And I know what he could be, even where he doesn't think he could be. I see him there. But those are the people you need by your side.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody else, man.
True talk.
Those people, your mom and your dad, sometimes your fucking indirect family won't even believe you until they see it. Let them fucking see it. Make sure you work long enough and you're disciplined long enough to where you can show people, this is what I was working for this entire time. You remember you told me I couldn't do shit 10 years ago? You remember you told me to stop this shit 8 years ago, 9 years ago? This is the reason why I never stopped. Now I have generational wealth. Because I worked my tail off for 10 years and I believed in myself when no one gave a shit what I was doing. They said, hey man, just fucking do this instead. Work your 9 to 5. Just build your 401k.
Be normal.
Because there are deeper plans that I have.
Yeah.
This shit runs viscerally so much deeper than even I can convey. I'm doing the best I can with my little dumb brain in conveying it to you real time, what I feel and what I think you should do in terms of an operative nature with people around you and your navigation in life. But don't listen to me, man. Do what you want. Whatever you do, I promise you, you're going to hurt for it. You're going to hurt for it whether it comes to building your fucking empire, or you're going to hurt for it if you don't build your fucking empire. You're going to hurt either way. So make sure you hurt for something that's worth a shit.
The what ifs, you know. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't want to be 50 years old and go, man, well, what if I did this? Well, what if? Well, what if? Well, what the fuck if? Fucking do it. That's the bottom line. Just fucking do it. If you don't like the way your life is going, make a fucking change. It's really fucking easy, and it starts right fucking here. It really fucking does. I didn't like the way I fucking looked. I didn't like the way I was living my life. I didn't like a lot of things. What I do, I fucking changed. Why? Because I'm greater than what I was. And I'm better of a fucking human being now than what I was. And I'm going to continue being a fucking better human being and grinding and going after my fucking goals and not just be complacent. Fuck complacent.
Yep, man.
Fuck complacent. And everybody that's fucking listening to this or watching this, you can do the same fucking thing. We're not fucking special. We're fucking human beings, just like you. We bleed like you do. We fucking eat like you do. We shit like you do. We pee like you do. We do all that shit just like you fucking do. We just have a different fucking mindset. But you can get that fucking mindset. You just got to put yourself to the test and get that fucking mindset. That's it. It's really fucking not that hard. It's really not. If you want to change, you can fucking change.
Amen.
Oh, see, you got me fired up. Bro, you came in fucking shooting fire today. I love it.
Just one of those days,
It's
man.
one of those days, bro. Is the weather outside?
No, weather doesn't dictate. Weather doesn't dictate anything that I do.
The weather outside is weather.
If anything, I love the rain. The rain actually makes me feel better.
Dude,
if anything.
I went into the gym this morning. It wasn't raining at all. Came out. I walked out. I was like, oh, fuck, it's raining. Where'd this come from?
It's supposed to rain all the way till Saturday. Here.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like off and on, but basically till Saturday.
Nice. I don't mind it. I like listening to it. It's very calming. It's very soothing. It's very relaxing. Except my dog doesn't like going out in the rain.
I know.
She'll look at me like I'm like, oh yeah, let's go outside. She'll look at me. She's like,
Right.
I'm like, we got to go, or you're gonna pee on the floor.
Right.
You know. So I'll drag her out and I'll put a little coat on her. You know, and she'll seriously go outside, do her business, look at me, and go, it's time to go inside now. Go now. And she'll literally, and you've seen my dog. It's not that big, right? Literally pull me.
Oh, really?
Pull me to get back inside. It's the greatest thing, man. I love my dog. My dog's awesome.
Yeah, man. Dogs brighten up your day so much.
She will too, man. Reese's, she knows, man. She knows when you're having a bad day. She knows when you're not feeling good. She knows when you're naughty. She knows when you're good, you know? She's like Santa Claus. But she'll come in and she'll jump right into your arms and she'll just sit there and dig her head into your chest and kind of look at you straight up and go, what's up? And it's just like, all right, I feel better.
That's the best, man.
Dogs are great. You have a dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very intuitive too, like your dog.
Yeah.
And she's very smart. Like she's a full 100% boxer breed, but I something that her mom or dad carried. There's something else of intelligence in her brain because she is very smart when it comes to identifying routines or identifying like patterns.
Yeah.
And she's very intuitive. Not like any other boxers that I've had or my parents have had, because we've had kind of lived most of our lives with boxers, that breed of boxer.
Yeah.
Or the boxer breed, I should say. And something about her, she's different, man. And that's why I always said when the day that I have, God forbid, when that day comes, the next dog I have is not going to be a boxer. Even though I love boxers and I've had boxers my entire life, I am not going to replace her because there's not a boxer in the world that could be even at bay what she was, let alone supersede her. So I wouldn't even, I've had the pinnacle of the boxer breed. I don't care what anyone says. That boxer is, I couldn't, if I was to configure a dog, I couldn't configure a better dog. There's nothing that she does that irritates me, nothing that she does that makes me, mad or anything. There's nothing. I wouldn't even change the scent of her. Nothing I would change. Nothing, dude. And like what I'm saying is, I just could never own another boxer breed knowing that I had the best. It was the best. She was the best.
That's how I am with pit bulls, because I just put my pit bull down.
Mm-hmm.
I could never get another pit bull.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because Bentley was just such a good boy. It was just the tumor, just made him very, aggressive, out of like nowhere. And like, he was just one of those dogs who would just, he loved to cuddle, he loved to play, he loved to wrestle, he was literally just a big meatball.
Yeah.
This big meatball. And yeah, I could never get another pit bulldog mix. Like, it would just, and I have him upstairs, his ashes and whatnot upstairs.
Oh.
And yeah, and just right by, where he used to lay. Honestly, he used to lay right in front of the TV, where the entertainment system was. So I have it right there. And yeah, I could never replace him. So I feel you on that one. With that. Man. Yeah. So my dogs are great. I was never a dog person. Like, I got ran down by a dog when I was younger, and like bit into my back and like thrown around like a rag doll. And I've always had a fear of dogs. Always had a fear of dogs until I met Bentley.
Shit.
And he changed the way that I feel about dogs, and now I love dogs.
Yeah, dogs are the best.
Now I love dogs, and they're just, especially if you have the right dog. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. And Reese's was a rescue, found on the road almost dead. Yeah. She was found on the road almost dead.
Shit.
Yeah,
man.
we got her. She was skinny, just pretty much just fur. You could see her rib cage. That's how skinny she was. And now she's just like a full life because like she's been fed and taken care of really well. So This podcast got deep.
It did, man.
It's a very deep episode.
You know,
we're gonna call this episode Deep Impact.
I don't think that that's gonna happen every time, but
no.
You know, the fact of the matter is that I came in here with
intent.
No, that you know, some things like that, they just eat at me, dude, because it's the future men of America, and that's what eats at me. Like, weakness eats at me, and I hate seeing weak men. I fucking hate it. There's nothing I despise, and just there's nothing I despise more than weak men, people. And when you're well-abled, well-bodied man, and you display weakness, or you display a sense of like, or even like entitlement, or even if you don't think that you're not good enough yet, when you haven't built shit, then you're something. If you're not operating on that metric, then something's wrong with you, bro. When you're fucking overweight and your fucking fat is hanging over your pants and you're in the gym, and yeah, I know you're bettering yourself, but you've looked like this for fucking 9 months, motherfucker. What the fuck are you doing in your spare time? I don't care that you're going to the gym. You're not doing what you need to do on the back end to change your body. I know you don't have discipline, because that's all it stems from. You don't have discipline to say, I can't eat that, I should eat this instead.
100.
And that's the reason why you look like shit still, bro, because you have all your limbs, you're a fucking well-bodied human being, and you still look like shit. And I'm not saying that like it's all about looks. It's not all about looks, but hear me when I say this. Your body is a direct fucking illustration of what your discipline is or isn't. And when I see fat men, when I see fat hanging over pants, and you're in the gym and you're working out, and by the way, you don't even work out hard, but when I see you doing that, and it's month in, month out for almost a year, and you don't change, I know you have no discipline, which I know translates into weakness. You're a weak man. And I can't respect a weak fucking man. And that's the reason why I have so much pent up fucking aggression, irritation towards these men. What are you doing? What are you fucking doing?
Ask yourself that question. Comment down below. What are you doing? That's it.
Or don't. I don't give a fuck.
Don't. No, he doesn't give a fuck. I don't know where we can go anymore.
I gotta piss.
I have to piss so bad. I'm so glad you said that.
You know,
exit us out.
Let me say this. For all of our long-standing Beauty and Brawn listeners, we appreciate you.
Love the shit.
I appreciate you. I'm sorry that I went on this rant. Has nothing to do with you. It's just what I see in the world. That's all. And I know that men could be better. They just have to give more of a shit.
Yep.
So with that being said, again, I apologize for going on the rant. And we love you, man.
We do.
Cheers again.
Cheers, buddy.
Beauty and Brawn.
We out.
Oh, shit, man.